Juicy Joe, don't ever talk
Being
about
very.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow.
Well,
Hello
hello
there.
everybody. That was fun. This should be a fun-filled
This is gonna be one of
episode
those.
of thinking back to how last week's ended. But we are here. I am Steve. Welcome on into the Put It in the Books
We are
show,
here, people.
home of the 2023 World Series champion New York Mets.
It's hat day,
I'm
Farace.
Steve. It's hat day, baby. I got
hat day.
Rodriguez right over there with that. It's a beautiful color hat. You know, the orange really
Thank you.
pops there.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. I need a haircut. That's the only reason I'm wearing it.
All right. Well, whatever the reason is that you're wearing that beautiful hat,
Thank you.
I'm happy about it.
It is my favorite hat. I do really love the colors. And I really wish we did. I wish we did this, with this uni. With this uni, you could even do that. You could do it with any uni. Think about it, Metsies.
Come on, Uncle Stewie.
Let's do this.
Uncle
Stewie.
Sam, Uncle, whatever your name is, Uncle Steve.
That's 4th of July. How about Steve Cohen? Why you call this man you don't even know Uncle Steve? You don't even know this guy.
It's a nickname.
Is he molesting you? Is he molesting your kids or something?
Oh my
Why
God.
is he your uncle? He has
Wait a second. Why do you associate uncle with molesting? Is it something producer Joe told you?
I don't know what producer Joe does behind closed walls. He does do a lot. But
hey, Ma. All right. Well, producer Joe, how's it hanging down there or back there today?
Yeah. See, he's not talking today.
You can decipher that.
Holy crap! Listen,
it made a lot of sense.
Don't put Terzio on. He's not happy. Terzio
all right,
come
listen.
up with a good joke if he comes on today. If he's on today, he's better come.
We
up
need
with
to
a good
remind
joke.
him.
Yeah,
we need to remind him because sometimes
he
forgets. He forgets sometimes that he's, he can't get put onto the air. We can't mention anything until that first joke comes about.
And it's got to be good. Last week, it was tepid. A little. Come on, Terzio. Come on, Terzio. You can do this.
I feel like he slumped a little bit with the team maybe last week.
Oh,
but now that it's a new week,
you know what? It's a new month. It's a new month. Actually, that's what we need to have is a new month and a new Terzio. Terzio, come strong, man.
Come strong, man.
Terzio.
All right, so lots to talk about as we do every single week. The Mets are a different team all of a sudden in July. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about our lone all-star, and we'll talk in depth.
I'm surprised that we have one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, when we do get into that, I want to know if you think that he's the most deserving on the team. But
okay, you're gonna start controversy. I know
controversy.
What you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. I know.
All right, so let's get this baby kicked off, producer Joe.
Put it in the box.
All right.
Listen, let me just say something. I still really like it when you walk out on Keith. Every single time I watch that clip, it just tickles me.
That's what happens when shocking moments happen live on the air and you find out somebody doesn't watch a certain show like Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's what it was. I remember
It
that.
was
Yeah,
it was rough.
and Game of Thrones was hot at that time.
You walked out on me.
Well,
you crying?
You walked because I didn't pick the Mets for the division that year, and you got very upset with me.
yeah,
but
that was worth getting a good answer on that day.
Totally
They
left.
really did deserve it.
It's like, where'd Rodriguez go?
You
Behind the scenes,
are
all
a
this stuff.
nipple case.
Mhm.
See, there he is.
Hmm.
He's warming up now. Producer Joe's getting
That's
in the
good.
groove.
Hey, happy belated birthday to America. Cheers.
Happy America. Cheers, y'all.
All right. So, speaking of fireworks, last night. Well, let's start off with what went on last night. In what seemed to be like I don't know, we were all going to be like in the middle of emotions. Yeah, Senga gave us a complete game, 8 innings because they're on the road.
Don't add quote now. 8 innings
was
is a masterpiece in this day and age.
Wait a second. Kenneth, welcome in. No,
Hey, Kenneth.
air quotes in the complete game because it's on the road and he pitched only 8 innings. So imagine the deflating feeling of a masterpiece being pitched like that, and then not only did he tied his career high in strikeouts. It's only 2 months with 12.
Career.
Yeah, but so now that's 2 starts with 12 strikeouts, once against both against first place teams, Tampa and now Arizona. So he made them look foolish yesterday. However,
that fourth ball.
The team on the other side,
ghost ball.
the ghost pitch. The team on the other side, their pitchers were matching them, so it was a little frustrating. Mets were down 1-0, made one mistake, and then I believe we might have a clip. It's a very special clip, and I would like it. I would like it very much, and so would the Met fans if we watched it right now.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
See him? See what happens?
Yeah.
Where is he?
And he flies one deep right field. McCarthy back near the wall. It's out of here! Francisco Alvarez ties the game. 2 out, 2 strikes. Home run in the top of the 9th. Alvarez strikes again. Number 15 for Francisco Alvarez. He homered on the 4th of July to give the Mets the lead. And on the 5th, he delivers the tying blow with 2 out in the 9th.
Did that whole play?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't see it after a certain time. But anyway, as long as it played. I love those shots, by the way, with the 8K camera down the line. Fantastic. So obviously the kid's going nuts, jumping up and down, got the muscles, doing the moonwalk back to second base. I don't mind any of it. However, if that was done to us, beating him in that forehead the next day.
The next guy gets hit. The next guy gets hit. Guarantee that whole muscle thing, Oh,
I was like, whoa, careful.
I was like, I said, relax, kid. I want you to play the rest of the series and the rest of the season because there's a ball coming towards your chin.
Susan, welcome in. Some new names in here.
Awesome.
Absolutely enjoy seeing
welcome everyone.
Kenneth says, "Tell me he's not a young Yadi Molina." He's
not.
He's better than Yadier Molina was at the plate.
Yadi Molina couldn't hit. He could not hit when he first came out.
Except for that stupid
that's
shit.
What I remember. Wow. That was. Let's not talk about that. Bad memories.
Exactly. You could see how much he wanted a W. They showed Senga, the happiest man in the ballpark. He was going nuts, and then.
Because he didn't get the L, dude. He knew he wasn't going to get that L, right?
Imagine what he's like. What am I supposed to do? But not only that, the inning continued. Beatty with the clutch base hit into right field, and then Canha just drives one to dead center with a
That would have been a
stand-up
home run
triple.
almost anywhere else. Anywhere else,
Hell yeah.
it's a home run. But it was, listen, Canha can't do that. But Canha can't do it all the time. That's why he's on the bench, you know? So you got to use him in spurts.
Right. And we actually we talked about that last year. Same thing with Canha. So it's a trend. But so he hits the triple, and then the Mets, Robertson comes in, slams the door shut in the ninth, bottom of the ninth, and
that was a little crazy. That bottom of the ninth too, you know.
But it's been talked about in all the Facebook groups and stuff. Hey Tom, about, and I think it was Tom, the first one that I saw, saying that that break, it wouldn't have happened, before this little mini hot streak. The break where it hits Robertson and deflects right to Alonso.
Didn't you feel yesterday a little bit of that thing from last year where like we can win any game somehow, some way? I had that little bit of a feeling yesterday, and I was trying to hide it by covering my face while I was watching the game. I didn't want to get too excited, but you had that little feeling yesterday. And this kid and let's not forget what Batty got a hit, got on base for Canha to drive him in. I mean, that's tough. These rookies have the bat speed, dude. They get around on anything. If I was a rookie, I'd just be thinking fastball. I'm swinging at every fastball that comes my way because I can hit it and just try to get on base. But Batty keeps going like this, trending real nice, just like this other kid. This Alvarez just goes off the chain up. I mean, he just explodes. But Batty, if you watch him, even though they're not putting him in at the end of the games, he's slowly climbing up offensively and getting on base just about every game. By hook or by crook, he's getting on base. Doesn't have to be a big home run, but I like that Batty kid.
I mean, he's got a beautiful swing. His defense is, outside of a couple things here and there, his defense has been fine.
Yeah, it's been fine.
Carroll, another new name. Another new name here.
Hey, Carroll, welcome.
Lives in St. Louis. Cards fans want Alvarez. Too bad he's ours. They just don't look.
Never happened. No way.
Oh my God, they had another horrendous loss yesterday. Comebacker to the pitcher with 2 outs in the 9th inning. He throws it as if the first baseman is 7'8", and the Cardinals lose again.
That, you know what, that happens because you're trying to be so perfect to it, and you don't even. And your release point just is somewhere else, man.
Rodriguez, if you watch it, you will be furious if you when you see it,
really?
Because it was a comebacker to him. 2 outs in the 9th, and a runner on second and third. I think comebacker to him. He takes it out, easy throw to first,
just throws it away.
8 feet high.
What a crappy way to lose a game, man. It's almost suicidal. You can almost kill yourself after a loss like that because you just feel so bad. And he's a Cardinal. Was it Adam Wainwright? Please say it was Adam Wainwright.
No, it was a closer. It was that dude that throws 104.
Oh, even better. Shake his confidence and make him vulnerable. I like it.
Well, don't let him lose too much control with that 104.
I'm not batting. These guys are batting. I'm not going up to it.
All right, so back to that game yesterday. This mini hot streak that has rolled on since July 1st. Hitting seems to be there. Mind you, we're doing this in the last 5 days with really no contribution from Pete right now. He's struggling to find his way at the plate.
I don't know if he's struggling because he has come up with a couple of home runs. I mean, I think when I texted you the other day, the way he looked at that pitcher before he hit that home run, like that was a missile. I told you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Why don't you shed a little light on the subject?
Yeah, a lot of light. It's like a blazing sun, a supernova. So, I mean, he gave that guy such a nasty look, and then he crushed a home run. Like, he just hit it so hard, like he wanted to kill it, man. He's a big, strong guy. At the end of the day, like we've been saying all along, we have to have a full team. Starters have to pitch. What was that stat that producer Joe so calmly and so eloquently gave us the other night when he said 25-4? Great. So yeah, that's a great stat when your pitching staff goes at least 6 innings. Your starters do at least.
Just trouble getting to.
Just trouble getting
more. How many games? We play 83 games, and it's 29 out of 83.
You can't. Come on, dude. You can't bring that up. You gotta show the positive. Let the Met fans get happy. Let's be happy for a little bit. At least for 4 days.
I try to be.
Already.
I try. Sizzling team. Sizzling. No. But okay, this is where I was going with the lineup stuff. Marte's hitting back. Marte's starting to hit a little bit more consistently. McNeil is 6 for his last 13 or 14.
Starting to hit again.
Thank goodness. Nimmo is tearing the cover off the ball. He's got
consistent all
6-7 home runs in his last whatever amount of games. 42, 43 RBI out of the leadoff spot. Nuts. All right, Terzio's chiming in here. My ex-wife has been suspended from MLB. We need to know why, Terzio. I feel like that's it. That is where the punchline lives. Boulay. Boulay is here. The Reds. The Reds.
The Reds fan. The guy that likes the Reds fan. Yeah. Listen, just go like this. Flip to the side. Over there. What's wrong with you?
But what did he say?
Any idea when Quintana?
Quintana's going to be back. Should be right after the All-Star break. Because too much.
Yeah, let's not get him hurt. Let's not get him hurt running to catch a taxi to get to the game. Let the guy take his time.
Don't get in any taxis. Just use Uber. We have bad luck with taxis in the past.
We do.
Back in the days that we don't want to talk about.
Days. Every Met fan knows. No,
and we don't like it. The pitching, Scherzer has come through with some better starts. Verlander, Senga has been really fantastic.
Scherzer's been good all year. I don't know why people are complaining. It's the All-Star break, and he's 8-2, right? Isn't he 8-2?
Yes, sorry.
At the All-Star
break.
A swig. So you're talking about a 16-4 win season if you translate it that way, which you can. If he's 8-2, you might as well. A 16-game season for a 40-year-old pitcher. 16 win season. That's not bad.
Yeah. And they're both changing, right? Aren't they both changing the way that they're pitching? And
Absolutely.
and they showed the percentage of pitches thrown. So Verlander's thrown his curveball a little bit more, slider a little bit more. Scherzer's throwing his slider more often. But both of them, that last game with Verlander, in the 7th inning, he reared back and hit 97.
Oh, man. Yeah, but see, that's the thing with Verlander. Verlander's an over-the-top guy, which is a straight guy. So it's not that hard to hit him if he stays on his fastball. It's when that curveball and slider and anything else that has movement on it starts to move, coming from the top here, and everything looks the same, dude. If a pitcher was over the top, 0 for 4 for me. Every single time. Everybody else, I had no problems with. Over the top, I knew it was going to be a battle that day. So when he's on, man, he's on. And 97 in the 7th inning for another older pitcher, that's fantastic. Those two guys, once they start clicking, which they seem to have, they're both using a lot of movement pitches now because they know that their fastball plays at 94, 93 steadily throughout the game. Verlander can bring it up a notch. Scherzer can't. So Scherzer has to do a lot of movement, a lot of rotation, a lot of inside outs. Verlander comes over the top and he just makes the ball drop and roll down, drop and roll to the side, drop and roll inside. And then he has a high fastball. So it's length. If they do 7 innings, it's almost a guaranteed win for us, honestly, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You've seen it. I mean, if those guys do 7, now Senga just did 8. 8. I haven't heard of a pitcher doing 8 in like on our team. It's been years.
Well, and G Rodriguez, I have a question for you. It's a very difficult question. So
it's not going to be
sit
difficult.
back here.
I'm telling you, you're wrong already. I could tell.
My goodness, like with the starters going so far, does that mean like the bullpen can breathe a little bit more, or is that not a thing?
That should be a thing. We've been saying this all year, dude. Every week on the show, we say it. The starters have to pitch the 6 or 7 innings. Bullpen can get a rest. Then you got the closer. You have 2 guys that can close now. You got Ottavino and you got oh my God, Robertson. So those two guys are closers. If the other little schmucks, the bullpen guys, if the other pitchers, the bullpen guys can do 2 innings, can do 2 innings, do 2 innings between 5 guys every day. Come on, man. Come on. It's an easy win because our offense will wear you down eventually.
Yes. Kenneth says, you're right, guys. I'm sorry, Molina, first year, 185 at-bats, 267, 2 home runs. Alvarez, 195. Wow. In just 10 more at-bats, he's got 13 more home runs. Yeah, different hitter. And for me, I'm not comparing the defense. I'm just saying I'm very pleasantly surprised with his defense because and think about this, Rodriguez.
It's been okay. Yeah.
Stop it. Couple of the if top 10 is okay.
It's okay. Listen, no, top three is good.
Oh, Lord. Top 3 is phenomenal. Listen, but here's where I want to go with this. When Pete, the last big power guy to come up before Alvarez, his defense is what's holding him back. Alvarez, his defense is what's holding him back, and maybe they just want to have us have low expectations and be pleasantly surprised with the defense. But I think that's the case on both of them. What do you think?
I think Pete wasn't as good as he is now for sure. Because I remember Pete just jumping on balls that he had no business trying to get. He should have been
30 feet to second base.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of things that he was doing. He had the potential. Of course, your first base, you learn, you get better. So I'm glad that he did because it's people don't think it's a very important position because in softball they put a lot of scrubbies at first, but first base in the major leagues is a big deal. You get a lot of throws, you have to catch. There's a lot of things you need to do. You have to be a good fielder, and we've had maybe the best that I've ever seen at first base on our team. So it's a high standard for Alonso to live up to. But when our old captain says that he's doing well and playing defense well, it means something because he doesn't give out platitudes like that. He will not. He'll tell you straight up.
Yeah. We've had some really good first basemen.
We've had some really good defensive first basemen. Olerud. We had Eddie Murray.
Piazza. Sorry. Something happened. I zoned out for a second.
Did you get a little Keith in you that time? What's the matter with you? What are you trying to do?
Sorry, I apologize.
Let the guy rest. Don't bother him.
Timmy T, what's up, my friend? Timmy says if Terzio was a spice, he'd be flour.
Wow,
that's excellent.
Wow, well, Terzio.
All right, so around that conversation, Kenneth is saying Mets lose a lot of players not developing player defense. Turner was one of those guys.
No. Turner was held back because our beloved captain
don't
taking money.
Don't you
he
dare.
He couldn't stop stealing money from us and retire when he should have, and he kept this guy
Don't you dare, sir. How dare you?
It's I love him, dude. I love the ground he walks on. He's a great kid, fantastic player for us. But he should have retired, and we still have Turner right now, relaxed, playing on the bench for us, with Batty taking over most of the season.
Having a ginger on the team is bad juju.
What are you talking about? How's that possible? They're bright. They you can always find them because they glow.
I just inadvertently said something about bad about Rusty Staub. I apologize. Gingers are more than welcome.
Wow.
I don't know where that happened. Oh,
You're
Tom.
just
Yeah,
jealous.
that.
You're just jealous. You know why, right? I know why.
Boulay. Yes, that is. That was a trade that went down. The trade for Flexen and Gott, but Flexen was immediately DFA'd. So that's good. I did want to get into a little bit of Steve Cohen's mindset, as opposed to other owners' mindsets in what would be around the same situation, and it's that he's willing to take on salary to get a pitcher that can help us get to the promised land. So while I've seen these memes about, oh, look at all these people that the Mets are paying that are not playing, like Cano and stuff, I see that as a positive, because if he was on your team, he'd still be playing on if he was with the Cardinals or whoever, the Twins, Robinson Cano would still be on your team, and you'd still be paying
Right,
$24 million to occupy a spot.
He's dead weight, just like Vogelfat. You don't want guys that are
Boom.
dead weight, and that's what happens. I'm willing to pay to keep him off the team. I mean, they loved him. The kids loved him. They thought he was a great guy.
Yes.
But he just couldn't play anymore. So how do you justify $20 million on the bench and not play him at all? You don't put him on the bench at all. That way, sight unseen. No one misses him. But
exactly.
I would take Rusty Staub on the bench. Now that we're going back to Redheads now, because I want you to understand what you just said about one of the greatest men of all time.
It was a slip. It was a slip.
Yeah. Okay.
I love Rusty Staub. Great Met, great hitter, great pinch. Obviously, a phenomenal pinch hitter.
Come on.
I mean, talk about adjusting to your career.
In his prime.
That's what I'm saying.
He was a fantastic player.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Talk about adjusting to the time, your playing career, and he just became this insane pinch hitter. That our other guy, Lenny Harris, passed. We've been blessed with great pinch hitters. Lenny Harris was
pretty funny.
Lenny Harris.
We have had good pinch hitters, with Staub and Lenny Harris. Those are two guys that just pop
Matt
right
Franco.
onto you. Matt Franco, absolutely.
Guys
like
Matt Franco is not a guy that wowed you, but as a pinch hitter, he did.
No, as a pinch hitter, you knew he was going to do something, And we do well when we bring in pinch hitters, especially when we're having one of those magical seasons, like when we're like 2015. Any pinch hitter would come off. How many times did that guy that played second base for us, Neil? What was his name? Neil something, I forgot, or what's that? Was that his last name? I forget. He played second base.
Yes.
And he was a lefty.
Neil Walker.
Lefty. Neil Walker. Neil Walker would come. He get hit almost every time.
Uribe.
Uribe was sick. How he would.
Who is that other guy? Kelly.
Oh,
Kelly something.
Kelly was Kelly something, right? Another guy.
Yeah. All three.
So all three fantastic pinch hitters, and and that's why I like Connor. I like to have him on the bench so he can come in, work the pitcher a little bit. He doesn't have to hit home run; he just has to get on base, and he can do that.
Kelly Johnson.
Kelly Johnson.
Commenters thank you guys.
Thank you. Look at that. You guys know more than us, man. These fans are awesome.
Kelly Stinnett. No, not Kelly Stinnett. Terzio.
Kelly Stinnett. Terzio's going back to the 70s on the Pittsburgh Pirates or the Mets or something. I don't know. Kelly
that
Stinnett.
Was the night. I think it was the 90s.
The 90s. Kelly Stinnett.
He had
the
curly blonde weird hair.
Like the picture from last night, he had the what kind of hair was that, dude? He's trying to have a look with that big thick mustache and that
the
hair.
Scary look.
Ooh.
Let me look in as a closer.
I'm so scared. If you want to be scary, don't wear those pants.
Really quick, the lineup is out, so just want to get everybody caught up.
Who we got?
All right, on the mound is Cookie Carrasco, who has also pitched better. Not as well as the other three, but he's pitched better. Got his ERA under 6. Thank you. All right, so here's the line. Here's the lineup. Hey, Nimmo.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. How's he on the major league roster? God bless him.
Nemo,
Oh,
followed
my God.
by Fam. Who thought Fam would ever bat second for us this year? Lindor at short. Fam is in
Hit
left field.
300.
Sorry, he's batting 286.
Yeah, pretty close.
Alonso Vogelback
No,
at DH.
jeez, Louise, what
Marte
is
batting sixth in
it?
right field. McNeil second base batting seventh. Alvarez, the hero, 15 home runs and 30 RBI and just 195 at bats. The guy is
All
a
right,
beast.
stop
Sorry.
sucking it. Don't jinx him.
And batting ninth, playing third. Oh, let's celebrate. Let's
I hope it's not
put bat.
Guillaume.
It's Guillaume. Why? Kid gets a base hit.
Because I have nothing against
Scores the
Guillaume.
winning run.
He's actually one of my favorite players. I really like him a lot. But I want him to play. Guillaume, let him come in the at the end of the game to second base or the third base and spell the kid. But I want that bat in there every day so he learns. He doesn't need a break. He's a kid. He's a strong kid. He's a horse. Let him play. That's what I would like. But I like Guillaume. I really do.
Yeah, we like you. I mean, Guillaume has a role.
Sure.
I mean, there's a role on this team for him. I don't like that Beatty got a base
starting.
hit. Got very involved in the comeback last night, and then he rides the pine the next day. It's weird. Joe McEwing, Boulay mentions another good pinch hitter. Yeah, we have had our fair share.
Yeah.
Timmy says, tell Rodriguez about the suggested deal I sent you. It was this. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was this huge Marte and all sorts of high ranked prospects, and the Mets would get back Ohtani and Rendon, who's now on. Put your shock face on. Rendon is on the IL.
You're telling me he's on my team?
Oh shit!
Go ahead. Tell me more. How good of a deal this will be? Tell me more.
Well, remember again, the whole premise of this,
so people don't fall asleep.
The whole premise of it is to eat contracts, big nasty contracts, to get something in return. So it was like 6 or 7 guys in the minors and the majors for Ohtani, Rendon, and some people that I never heard of. So would you put that big package? I mean, I would put this big package together for, you get Rendon, which is nothing. Who cares? He'll probably get released with his crazy contract.
When he plays, he hits 300, dude. When he plays,
he's phenomenal.
He's not playing anymore.
Right. Mm-hmm. And obviously the big get is the big fish, the big everything. The
Ohtani, yes.
Everybody, if there's a Yankee fan listening, cover your ears. But the best pitcher hitter in the history of the game. He hit 493. Rodriguez, 493 feet.
Dude, he's playing the game. He's playing. That's how you prove you're the best ever.
That's PlayStation. He's playing MLB The Show on easy.
He's doing MLB The Show. Absolutely doing that. He's smoking it.
Thanks, Kenneth.
I love him. I respect him. I have to see the deal, but my first and foremost thing is never trade with a skank. And I don't mean that with Timmy. I mean that with his team.
Okay. Yeah, because it was done. It was
the Skankies. I don't trade with the Skankies because the deal they made with the Devil is you never win. You never win when you make a deal against the Yankees. But I would like to get Ohtani, and we can pay for him. So let's see if we can pay for him next year. I don't want to trade our young talent. We got 2 studs in the minors, bro. 2 studs in the minors, offensive studs. Why? We need to build on that and have 25, 26, 27-year-old kids in the prime of their life all at the same time. That's what you want to build with. We can get pitchers. We can buy some pitchers that are fairly young or in their late 20s, early 30s. and keep the franchise going. With the offensive guys that we may have within 2 years, Batty, Alvarez, Vientos, Mauricio, and the other catcher that's down there who's a stud hitter. He can come up and play any other position, outfield. And you got Pete, Lindor, and McNeil. Bro, that's offense. That's offense galore, and young still. So I don't know about all these crazy trades. I have to really think about
it. If we could straight up sign Ohtani, it's like a no-brainer.
We can.
Why? No, I'm saying if the Angels let him get to free agency without trading him to the highest bidder, easily.
It doesn't matter. He's still a free agent next year.
No, right, but
you mean
the majority. I'm talking about at the trade deadline, if they unload him, and typically the team that gets a player at the trade deadline has the advantage of negotiating with him. However, I and I can't remember exactly what it was, but you gotta. I think you gotta do it,
dude. He puts us in right away. We thought we were contenders this year, but apparently we may still be because we're starting to play a little better and everything's starting to gel. But he would definitely put us at the top with his talent.
Agreed, Timmy.
And it would just make the fan base go crazy.
It would be insane. All right, I found the actual made up trade. A potential Mets and Angels trade involving Ohtani from MLB Network's Bo Porter. So the Mets would acquire in this fake trade Shohei Ohtani, Anthony Rendon, Hunter Renfroe, who is a solid
I know who he is.
Guy, and then Chris Davinsky. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's minor league or major league talent. Again, in this scenario, this is what the Angels would get back. Dominic Hamill for the Mets, number 6 overall in the rankings in the Mets system. Blake Tidwell, Tyler McGill, which is, Tyler.
Don't be rude to him. Don't be rude to him. It's the big drip. He's fine.
The catching prospect that we've talked about, Kevin Parada. Now he becomes expendable with Alvarez sizzling at the major league level.
He does become expendable. Stop using that word.
Marte.
Yeah. Okay.
Now these are the two. Now these are not deal breakers. I would absolutely hate losing these guys. But if you have to do it to get Ohtani, I still say you got to do it. Brett Beatty.
Mauricio. Oh, Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty and Mauricio.
Killing your whole infield right there. And what are you going to put Mauricio at third base for the future? You said Beatty and Vientos, right?
No, Beatty and Mauricio.
Oh, so then Vientos becomes our third baseman.
They're giving us, they're sending an outfielder / DH and Mauricio, who can also play second base, and Beatty.
I'm saying no. I'm saying no because we can still sign. We can sign Ohtani next year, dude. It's coming to New York, and the fan base will be crazy. He'll love it here. He'll be the king. Winning here will make him, the emperor. He can go back to Japan as the emperor.
Yeah. So the feeling is that it'll come down to the Mets and the Dodgers. If it became that, and we'll see what happens. Terzio says Bohan said yes, only if Ohtani signs an extension. Yes. Terzio says San Diego is going to be a player for Ohtani. I don't really think that Ohtani has any
think
interest.
San Diego's tapped out. I think they're tapped out now that this guy is back.
Here's the thing, Terzio. Soto is losing money by the day with his play that's a whole lot less than stellar and what everybody's been used to. So a team might overpay for Soto, but I wouldn't worry about Soto in the Ohtani, negotiation process, because it's probably
let's not worry
$200 million
about money
difference.
Anymore.
Yeah.
We don't worry about
No,
money
that's what I'm saying.
anymore.
But
if it's there, we just take it now. Now we're
all right, Timmy.
skankies.
See you at
We just
9:15.
take it. Ooh,
Yes.
A little date with Timmy. A little smoochy.
Oh, we got
You're so
unsportsmanlike
creepy.
conduct. We're gonna cover some NBA stuff.
This is
and
the
all those-
baseball show. This is the
all-
baseball show. It is.
all the firings over there, over at ESPN. But
Terrible.
Harrison Bader would be a good choice too. Bader plays for the Yankees. We're gonna leave him there. No more about that, Terzio. All right, I want
Don't listen
to
Tokyo.
really quickly on Mr. Pete Alonso.
Mhm.
So Pete
You're
Alonso
gonna
is
bash
our.
him.
No, I'm not going to bash him at all. I love Pete Alonso. He's right there with Ohtani for the
He's
league.
the polar bear. He's
leading
the
home
polar
runs.
bear.
Yes.
Ohtani leading home runs. Wow. I get it. I understand, Farace. Trust me. And you're catching me at a strong moment, and I feel very strong because we won a few games.
Yes.
But don't catch me after a series loss because I'm trading everybody and their mother.
Everybody's gone.
Everybody's gone. Just let Ohtani play every position.
So Boulay says Nemo should have been the choice. So let's that's what I wanted to get into. Not a long, drawn out segment, but as far as the one, if there had to be just one guy from the Mets, forget about stripping away from Alonso. You got Lindor, you got Nemo, you got Tommy Pham. Sorry to say it like that, but
you've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. Okay, so
he's playing like an all-star, but okay. Who would you like? Who would you say would be the Mets pick?
Okay, so by what you're saying right now, by even bringing this up for discussion, Luis Guillorme should have been an all-star last year. Then, right? He should have taken the place of somebody else. Because he was at 300 and playing great defense. He should have been an all-star too.
He just wasn't playing enough. That's why they said the utility all-star spot.
Listen, Nemo puts nobody in their seats, dude. No one outside of Mets fandom comes to see Nemo unless they're in Colorado, and that's his family coming to see him. Okay.
Wait, but that has nothing to do with.
It does have something to do with it. It does have something to do with it because if you have Pete Alonso, who at any given time can come up and put a home run and make the crowd go crazy, or you got Nemo, who's going to walk because he's going to work out a 19-pitch walk at the All-Star game. Nobody wants to see that. Let's be realistic.
Or he just hit 6 home runs in 10 games.
How many home runs does he have?
But I don't know, 13. But okay, so you saying it's a popularity contest? That's all you're saying.
It's you vote your players to get in,
right?
So you have a popularity.
But you vote the best player at each position.
You vote your player to get in.
Okay.
You know exactly.
What's the purpose of an all-star game? Is to have the best player at each position.
That is the point. True. I agree. And
but it's become a popularity contest.
But it's a popularity contest.
Yes. Okay. I agree with that. It's become a popularity contest. Yes.
Yeah.
Rodriguez is missing the point. He's saying, whatever. You know what? Forget it.
He doesn't even know.
I mean, I know.
He was going to give us third talking to.
No, I do know, but I don't want to put Frank to sleep. So, I'm just
good.
He's saying it's not a popularity contest, but by the same, it is a popularity contest. But the same token, he's saying the fans don't want to see a guy work a 9-pitch walk and manufacture a run. So it is a popularity contest. They want to see the big flash and splash.
Yes.
So
so what's your point? We just said that.
I don't have one. You know what? I don't have one. Let's move on.
Rodriguez has been tossed for the Rumble.
Are you ready? Are you ready to behave? Are you ready to behave?
You're the one that jumped on me. I was sitting here quietly trying to give an opinion.
So Bohan sums it up perfectly.
He's going crazy.
The TV wants Polar Bear. Absolutely.
Thank you. That's why he's there.
However, let's say you're the manager of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is where I find it. You're the manager of the team, and you got to pick
I knew you were gonna say this.
the best representative to win the baseball game.
No, if you're the manager,
if not,
I mean, you give guys like Nimmo an all-star shot because they're hard workers. They do their job day in and day out. They hustle. They work. They're great guys. So if you're the manager and if everything is comparable, you take a guy like Nimmo. Absolutely, you do that for yourself as a manager to give yourself a decent bench because you can bring him in and try to actually win the All-Star game because it does matter, right? I mean,
not
the All-Star
anymore.
game. Oh no, still does. Oh my God! All right, so anyway, who cares about Nimmo? Bring in Vogel.
They cut the whole thing out.
Yeah, put him in shorts and a tank top and let him bat sixth or something.
Just bring everybody who hits for home runs and is batting 215.
That would be 90% of the league.
We already have a home run derby, which Pete is in.
Like Vogel plays, see?
Which Pete is in, and he gets the first round against Julio Rodriguez. Is it Julio?
Oh, I don't know. He's a Rodriguez. He's a Rodriguez, so I can't really hate him too much,
I'm nitpicking here.
Mm-hmm.
However, Pete Alonso is a number 2 seed in this tournament. He's won 2 in a row. How is he not the number 1 seed? How is he not a number 1 seed?
Wow,
I am nitpicking.
Really?
I am.
Really?
But if you're actually, doing seeds as though they're the best to the Cinderella people.
I know why you're upset, because you want to gamble on it. You want to make a bet on it. That's why you're upset.
But Pete has won 2 straight. It's not like Pete has won 2 straight home run derbies and he's now turning 34.
Vlad Guerrero is in it, right?
Let me pull it up here.
I think Vlad Guerrero is in it. Any home run hitting contest that Vlad Guerrero is in.
Not over. Can't be over Pete.
Dude, I'm sorry.
All right.
So the number
do that.
No, the number 1.
That I did.
Oh, okay. So Isaac says. Isaac says Robert because Lewis Robert is the number 1 seed. Hit more home runs, hit more in the last month, which is a tiebreaker. Ugh. Okay.
I mean, they really think about this. Like, who cares about number 1 seeds? Honestly,
what do you mean? It's 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7.
No.
So it's Lewis Robert, number 1. Why are you complaining about the fun thing?
Well, I'm not complaining about the fun thing. It's home run contest. Let them hit home runs.
That's what they do, but
my money's on Vlad. My money's on Vlad.
Okay, so this is how it is. It's Lewis Robert, the 1 seed versus Adley Rutschman from Baltimore, the 8 seed. Pete Alonso, the 2 seed versus Julio Rodriguez, in the next one. Mookie Betts is the number 3 seed against Vlad Guerrero, the number 6 seed, and Adolis Garcia is the number 4 seed against Randy Arozarena from Tampa. So let's go, Pete. That's a 3-peat. Let's go.
I think he'll get to the championship against Vlad, unless he ends up having to play Vlad, right? Would he end up having to go against Vlad before the championship?
I don't know how these things.
It's a gambling thing. You should know about heart.
The odds are not up yet.
Okay,
actually, I think Pete's the odds-on favorite.
There it is. See, there it is. Degenerate around us everywhere.
Terzio says he thinks Pete should take the All-Star game off and not play to rest his hand, but he's determined to play in the home run derby. So if he's going to do that,
it's really never affected his season. He's been a beast. He's almost every season. So
yeah, it's not
it's not going to bother him.
All right, so what do we have up? Arizona, and then we have who's up next after Arizona? It's
San Diego. San Diego? Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's the Padres start. That starts off tomorrow night. I have in a different fantasy baseball league. I have tremendous talent. They all suck when it comes to pitching. So Yu Darvish. I have him. He sucks.
I have him too. Yeah, thank you, Yu Darvish.
Felt that pain.
Oh yeah.
Alcantara from the Marlins are 16 or 13 games over 500, and Alcantara has sucked. Has been trash. Just want to throw that out there. All right, let's get back to us. The Mets, Padres, Verlander and Darvish tomorrow night. More 9:40 games. Sorry, producer Joe. Saturday's a 10-10 game. He's gonna be snoozing in the fifth inning. Peterson gets another shot. Hey, producer Joe.
I'm gonna be at Florida Loverboy at 10 p.m.
What?
You gotta go on camera and tell us
Loverboy.
Loverboy.
Nice
Loverboy.
Loverboy.
Loverboy. All right.
Nice.
Loverboy. So David Peterson gets another shot through. He pitched one solid game, and then he got through 4 last time out.
He makes it so hard on himself every damn game. He's his own worst enemy.
It's Matt's without the crybaby attitude.
Oh yeah, still pitches like a coward, but you know it's Matt's without being a crybaby.
Yeah, I guess. And then you got Snell, 5-7. His ERA is very, very decent at 3.03.
Yeah, he's gonna throw one hitter against us. I hate that
Saturday night game.
I hate that guy so much.
And then Sunday, it is TBD versus TBD according to MLB.com, according to Mets.com.
Man.
No, I see 9:40 for the Mets on Friday, Raul. 9:40, Verlander and Darvish. All right, so the Mets are now, still undefeated in July. You got another game.
Let's go with that. Positive. Like
it. Fact is a fact is a fact, baby.
They've
gone from 10.5 out of a playoff spot to 5.5, 6.5,
6.5,
6.5. So I mean, the doomsday people out there,
dude,
it can be moved in just a few games, and just
another 4 games. We could be 2 games out, and by the All-Star break, we'll be right there, neck and neck. And
I wonder who's been saying that type of stuff while everybody else has been,
flipping out.
Terzio says who's gonna be pitching the ball to get to Alonso. He's gonna have his buddy, a buddy of his from
high school coach.
A
high school coach. Yeah,
yes.
Or might have not even been a high school coach, and maybe, but it was one of his coaches from when he was a young guy. He made a promise to. He said
that was a cool story. Yes.
Yeah, it's a nice story. As long as he throws strikes and Alonso can hit home runs, then it's a great story. Otherwise, he never makes it back home.
Wait. So, all right. So on the other side, wow, we gotta wait an extra day, and it always seems like eternity on the other side of the All-Star break. So there are some teams that start on Thursday. We start on Friday. At home against the Dodgers. Let's
take a break.
Settle down. Obviously, the pitching hasn't been set up yet for after the All-Star break. But it's a 3-game set with the Dodgers, and then the Mets welcome the White Sox into town, and then the Mets head to Boston. So that's the 3 series immediately following. All winnable. The Dodgers are not the 40 games over 500 Dodgers.
We play them, dude. We play them well. No. As long as we have Verlander, Scherzer, and Senga going against them, that's how it has to work out. That's what we need. Can't have Peterson, Tylor, Carrasco. No.
Terzio, don't call me a liar. We come back on Friday. It's not Thursday. So Friday, it's the Dodgers. If you go to Citi Field on Thursday, there's not going to be a game. You're going to be in the stands by yourself, surrounded by security.
That's how he likes it.
That's how his ex-wife likes it. All right. So on that note, what do you got for the rest of this first half? So you got one more game tonight against Arizona, and then you got the Padres.
But dude, I definitely think we could take 2 out of 3 from the Padres. I believe we can take 2 out of 3 from the Padres, and I would love to sweep these guys and get this game in because this is a first place team. Winning this game pushes us into the Padres series with a full-headed steam, feeling confident about ourselves, right behind Verlander. I mean, and the guy can come in if he does his 7 innings like he's done a few times, at 8 innings sometimes, 110 pitches. I mean, that would be the way to start bringing this team back.
This is the way.
You know, this is the way. That's all there is to say.
This is the way. All right, so yeah, I think winning that first game, which is, you know, I don't know the stats off the top of my head, but it feels like we're always losing the first game of every series. And
it feels like we're always
every
getting
series.
smashed. We're getting smashed the first inning of every game, and we lose every series. So let's not do that. And I bet you feel a lot better.
Yes, I don't like that. 0 stars. I don't like it. Do not recommend that. But you know, it was great to see them. My ex-wife is head of security at Citi Field, says Terzio. So she handled that guy that fell off of the bleachers. This guy fell off. Did you see that, Rodriguez?
He got pushed.
And he put his hands up because they were coming to tackle his ass.
I'm just stupid. I'm not a criminal. I'm just stupid.
He's like holding his nose, he's bleeding.
How you fall off of that, man? Come on. Come on. They should have stomped them. They should have just stomped them for fun. You know, you're on the field. There's
a video and somebody's recording and saying, "Bro, you okay?" And the guy next to him says, "There's a game going on. Get off the field."
New York. It's the love, man. They give you the love. They always give you the love.
So I'd love to see obviously the victory tonight and then 2 out of 3 from the Padres. I mean, absolutely, that would be shut up all the haters and whatnot. Producer Joe, what's your feeling on tonight and then the Padres series? What do you think?
He's not talking, remember?
No.
Win tonight, and we take 2 out of 3 over the weekend. I mean, we got Max lined up for Sunday. It says TBD, but it should be Max unless they try to give him another day of rest before the break. I don't know. It would be nice if we have Max. You know what? I can't look at this fucking guy.
I agree with you. If we got Max can go Sunday if that's right, and then he can start again on Friday. That's 5 days rest. So if you set him up for that, the last game of the first half, the first game of the second half, and then you go Verlander, Senga, Quintana, and then hopefully McGill or Peterson, you know, gets it going.
We don't need them. Stuff. We don't need them if Quintana is back. Once Quintana comes back, we don't need those guys.
Right. Cookies under 6 now, so we're rolling with him. All right. So
he still has a job.
He does still have a job along with Vogelback.
Let's get some closing remarks out here. Why you gotta end the game with Vogelback?
Get released. Who's taking him?
Let him
Who's
go.
taking it? It's $1 million. It's $500,000 by now. Just release him. Let him go.
Eat another $1 million. Like a Bobby Bonilla 1-year contract.
It's $500,000.
It's the roster spot. It's the roster spot. These kids lighting it up that are watching this. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Rodriguez, you have any closing remarks before we get the hell up out of here?
Wait, I want to hear what Producer Joe was going to say. Come on, Producer Joe, say it.
Really?
I have to hear this. I really want to hear this.
What a nincompoop.
Nincompoop.
Come on.
Nincompoop.
Okay, he's not gonna say. He's gonna sit up there with his tank top and his future tank top and his whatever. All right. So here's what we're gonna say about the Mets. We're gonna win the next 3 out of 4 games. Everything's gonna be better. Team's gonna feel strong. The pitchers are starting to heat up. The veteran guys starting to throw their 7 innings. The middle relief is going to be just that, middle relief, and not have to come in for 5 and 6 innings. Our closers are going to be able to switch on and off because they'll stay healthy. Our hitting is coming around. Batty's getting better. The kids are getting better. Everybody's coming back from the slump. Things are on the upswing. Don't let one bad game fool you guys, because I know there's a bad game coming, and everybody's going to go nuts. Be happy. We're moving in the right direction right now. Okay, so let's have a little bit of hope.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Terzio said Vogelback leaves and then comes back with another team. He'll have a video tribute to him, and it's just going to be him eating McDonald's.
Oh my God! Poor Vogelback.
Why haven't we called up Luke Voigt? Says Terzio he doesn't like to wear sleeves. Producer Joe, what you got in the way out here? Yep.
Let's go Mets.
There it is. Perfect.
Okay. Wow.
Succinct to the point. Terzio's awake.
Quick.
All right. That'll do it for us this week on the Put It in the Book show, home of the 2023 World Series champion New York Mets. Enjoy this time. They're playing better, playing well. Really
have fun. Watch the game.
What's his name? Got tossed from the game. It's all these little things that go on. It's called clicking. Clicking. That's what this team is doing.
What it is.
Cohesion. All right. We'll keep you up to date on everything that's going on in Metsville in the Facebook group. And that's about it. Peace out, everybody. Until next week, let's go Mets.
Yep.
Put it in the box.